Imagine being a teenager, full of hopes and dreams, and having a fundamental choice about your own body taken from you without your knowledge or consent. This isn't a dystopian novel. It was the reality for thousands of Inuit girls and women in Greenland. This is the story of the Spiral Campaign, a dark chapter in Danish Greenlandic history that is only now coming fully into the light. Between the 1960s and 1970s, Danish authorities implemented a secret, coercive birth control program in Greenland. The goal was simple and chilling: to reduce the Indigenous birth rate. At the time, Greenland was a Danish colony, and Denmark was pouring money into modernizing the island. A lower birth rate among the Inuit population meant fewer expenses for the Danish state in the long run. It was a cold calculation, one that disregarded the humanity, rights, and health of thousands of individuals. The primary method was the intrauterine device, or IUD, often called the spiral back then. We're talking about as many as 4,500 girls and women, some as young as 12 or 13, who were fitted with these devices. Often, this happened during routine school medical checkups. The girls were told they were getting a health examination, completely unaware of the real procedure being performed. They went and asked for consent. Their parents weren't informed. It was a systematic violation carried out by doctors and nurses under the direction of the Danish state. Naya Liebreth is one of the women who broke the silence. In 2022, she shared her story, sparking a movement. She was just 14 when she was taken to the hospital after a school checkup and fitted with an IUD. She remembers the pain, the confusion, and the feeling of being violated. She had no idea what was happening to her body. For years, she carried this trauma, thinking she was alone. But when she finally spoke out, hundreds of other women came forward with hauntingly similar stories. These women described excruciating pain during and after the insertion. The IUDs used back then were larger than the ones available today, and they were completely unsuitable for young girls who had never given birth. The consequences were devastating. Many suffered from chronic pain, severe bleeding, infections, and internal injuries. Some experienced perforations of the uterus. For an untold number of them, the procedure led to infertility, robbing them of their ability to have children later in life. Think about the profound cultural and personal impact of this. In Inuit culture, family and community are central. The ability to have children is deeply valued. To have that taken away, secretly and forcibly, is an attack on one's identity and future. The emotional scars run just as deep as the physical ones. Women felt shame, guilt, and a deep sense of betrayal. They carried this secret for decades, suffering in silence. The psychological toll of knowing that your own government, the one meant to protect you, orchestrated this violation is almost impossible to comprehend. So how did this happen? How did a program of this scale stay hidden for so long? The answers lie in the power dynamics of the time. Greenland was not an equal partner to Denmark. The Inuit people were often viewed through a colonial lens, as a population to be managed rather than as citizens with rights. Medical records were kept in Danish, a language many Greenlandic people didn't speak or read fluently. The lack of transparency and the imbalance of power created the perfect environment for such an abuse to occur and to be covered up for half a century. The first hints of this scandal emerged in the 1990s, but they were largely ignored. It wasn't until Naya Liebreth and other brave women started sharing their testimonies on social media that the story gained unstoppable momentum. Their voices created a firestorm, forcing both the Danish and Greenlandic governments to confront this ugly past. In 2022, an official investigation was finally launched to uncover the full extent of the program and its consequences. The initial findings of the investigation are shocking. Archival records confirm the existence of the spiral campaign. They show doctors' notes detailing the insertion of IUDs in thousands of young, unsuspecting girls. The scale is staggering, far greater than anyone had imagined. We're talking about a significant portion of the fertile female population of Greenland at the time. This wasn't a rogue operation. It was a state-sanctioned policy designed to control a population. The stories of the women are the heart of this tragedy. One woman recalls being held down by a nurse while the doctor inserted the device. Another remembers the doctor telling her it was just a vitamin. They were children. They trusted the adults in the room, the medical professionals who were supposed to care for their health. That trust was broken in the most profound way. The long-term health effects have been a life sentence for many. Beyond infertility, the chronic pain and complications have impacted their ability to work, to live normally, and to form relationships. And then there's the mental health crisis. Rates of depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress are high among the affected women. For those struggling, please know there are resources available, and reaching out is a sign of strength. We'll link some in the description below. This story is not just about the past, it's about the present and the future. The fight for justice is ongoing. The women are demanding an official apology from the Danish state. Not just an admission of what happened, but a true acknowledgement of the wrongdoing and the immense suffering it caused. They are also seeking financial compensation for the lifelong physical and emotional damages they have endured. It's not about the money. It's about accountability. It's about a nation taking responsibility for its colonial era abuses. This scandal raises critical questions about medical ethics, bodily autonomy, and the legacy of colonialism. It is a powerful reminder that the fight for reproductive rights is unjust about access to contraception. It's also about the right to choose, the right to consent, and the right to be free from coercive practices. It highlights the particular vulnerability of Indigenous communities and marginalized groups when faced with state power. As the investigation continues, more details will emerge. More women may come forward, finding the courage to share their own hidden stories. It is a painful process, but a necessary one for healing to begin, both for the individuals and for the relationship between Greenland and Denmark. The world is watching. This is a chance for Denmark to truly reckon with its colonial history and to demonstrate a commitment to justice and human rights. The courage of Naya Libreth and the thousands of women who have joined her is a testament to the power of speaking truth to power. Their voices have torn down a wall of silence that stood for 50 years. Their story is a harrowing lesson from history, one that we must never forget. It's a fight for their past, their present, and for a future where no one's body is ever controlled by the state again. Thank you for watching and for listening to this incredibly important story. If you found this video informative, please give it a like and share it to help raise awareness. Subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into stories that matter. See ya next time.